What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Welcome to another exciting week of your show. A fun show that we love to do live here each and every day from 4 to 5 p.m. on YouTube. And it's also slowly becoming what we always hoped and dreamed it would be, which is a megaphone for all the other amazing shows that we have for you right here on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network. And we are going to showcase some of that today as it's sort of turned into a Producers Monday, if you will, because our producers have been a little bit busy doing some cool stuff, which we are very excited about. Before we get there, Margaret, Maggie Old Ben Kenobi, please report to the stage. Maggie, come on up. Here we go, as she just stares and doesn't move. So we will get to that in a second. Are you coming up? Come on, come here. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That is a good puppy. And you know when she gets to her spot, even if it's her fluffy butt, that means it's time to head on over to the Maggie Cam. Look at that fluffy butt. Beautiful. The Maggie Cam for our good friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Mike and Rochelle and Maggie's boyfriend Leroy, always there to make your day the best day of your life. And if you go there after hours, as they are open late, you'll see Kirsten, Shar, or Chris, and they will also make your life better. And your pet's life better, and everyone else better. They just make everything better. That's why we love our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Be on the lookout for the new Adventures of Maggie series, which is making its return. And she picked out an incredible outfit that we just washed, and we'll get back on her for tomorrow. It's a lovely shirt that says straight out of the dog park, because she's gangster like that. She even chose it. It was pretty cool. So there you go. Pet Planet on 8th Street. Go check them out. I teased the producers, and he just flew in. Straight out of the video game Skyrim and right into your television or mobile device. He goes by only one name. That name is Dragon with the side swipe.
Yes. That was very cinematic. Great, I like that.
We got LB on the ones and twos, and you can always tell because each producer has their own little touch. LB is all about getting those swipes going, and he's, really adventuring into the whole, like, what are those called? Transfers?
Yeah, fades, wipes,
fades,
bands.
all that. Yeah, there it is. Dragon knows. How are you? I've missed you. I haven't seen you all weekend.
I'm good. It's funny that you say each producer has their little thing because I didn't know that was an option. Even so, that's hilarious. It really goes to show where Adam is here and I'm here. It's not a thing. Was that an accident?
I feel
it was an accident. Well, there you go.
Technically, when it comes to producing, he's the boss in there, so maybe he's telling you guys not to, just so that could be his thing.
Yeah, maybe we have like a virus or something, and that's actually what happened. And we're here saying how great it is, and he's in there losing his mind.
Oh, dude, I'm so happy you're here. I love when we get time to showcase you guys, because I say it all the time, you're the true characters of this place, and you're the glue guys that keep it all together. And not only that, you guys are so good at what you do that you are about to launch the viewing room. It's going to be a couple weeks, I believe, until the official launch, but you guys are back at it, and you were in another one last night, perhaps the greatest movie of all time.
Oh yeah, and it won't be our first release or anything like that, but hopefully it's coming soon on the docket. But we saw Happy Gilmore last night.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite comedy movies of all time.
I'm sorry I didn't get to be your date. I know you were asking me to get out.
Yeah,
my phobias were just raging.
It's okay. I would have shared my popcorn with you.
The special popcorn.
The special popcorn, right?
Yeah, of course.
No, it's a fantastic movie. Obviously, my mom was telling me how she remembered it in theaters, and it was awesome. And it came out in the 90s, I guess, hey?
Dude, I told you guys, I was in Hawaii, and we went to a big super mall in Hawaii, and Mom and Dad dropped me and my brothers and my sister off at the movie, and they went and did some shopping, and that movie was Happy Gilmore. It was fresh, like just released.
Wow. Yeah, no, I obviously wasn't alive when it was first
No, you were definitely not
released.
alive.
Yeah,
Man,
so
I would have been like damn near like 12 or 13.
yeah,
Maybe a little younger before
exactly.
that.
So great movie. It
So
was
good.
awesome to see in like an actual movie theater with people because I've heard
Yes.
so many great things of people's experience seeing it in theaters. They still remember it, right? As
Oh,
as
yeah.
you do.
Was there lots of quoting?
Oh yeah, I mean someone someone said the guy from Coliseum Presents, who we'll get to in a minute here,
Yes.
was talking about the show before we were playing it and what the movie ticket when you buy gets you. And a lady in the audience yelled, "You're gonna die, clown!" and and
That's what you get
I
with
know.
Coliseum. Hell yeah.
I was thinking like, man, anyone who hasn't seen the movie, it would be
Like,
very,
that
very
lady is
off-putting, right? Yeah,
mean, yeah.
yeah, exactly, right. So
I
that's
wouldn't
what
be able to.
happened.
That's another reason why I didn't go. I would have just been the asshole out there that just quotes every line the whole time and
Well,
ruins it
it's
for everyone.
it's fascinating because there was a kid sitting behind us, and I don't know if LB heard, but throughout the entire movie, this kid who must have been at probably 10 years younger than I am was quoting the movie the entire time. Like, when he goes, "Jackass," you know that.
You're
the
gonna miss this shot, jackass.
Yeah, the kid was saying that in the movie before it even happened, and I was
That's
like,
good.
"This is fascinating."
That's
I was
hope for the
like,
future.
"I know, right?"
Hope for the
It's like,
future.
this kid must have been like 11 or 12, and he was quoting the movie, and I was like, "This is either really scary or really great."
Don't know what's happening, but I like it. Hell yeah.
That was fantastic.
That's sweet. So where was it, Broadway or Roxy?
Roxy Theater is incredible every time you go.
Yeah,
It's just
you guys just love that, hey?
yeah, it's awesome. Great theater. The popcorn, I say it every time we go.
Yeah,
And I
you
think I
just
talk
go.
about it in every one of our shows. Where
You
it's
love
like,
that popcorn, man.
They do a good job, and they don't even charge you extra for butter.
Is that why it's so good? Because you just load up.
I don't know, right? So you go to the movie theater, right? A regular movie theater, and like,
Yep.
oh yeah, you want butter? Here's like a $2 charge for butter, right?
Ugh.
You pay, and then they're like, oh, by the way, do you want butter? And I mean, maybe I just got someone in really huge trouble, or maybe they do that on purpose. But
Whoopsie-doodle.
when they ask you afterwards, it's great, right?
Yeah.
So no extra charge for that. And
Man, so
yeah.
can you like sit there and do they say when and just dun 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 dun?
No, I think it's like pretty standard where they just like put the
Okay.
bun on the popcorn. And
'Cause
I'm
I would be the guy who would just hold it there and be like, keep going until it's like dripping through the bottom. I don't
That is
care.
a
I want
crazy
all the
image.
butter. I want all the butter.
See, I would do that, but I was wearing these like nice khaki pants, right?
Of
So
course, the kahakis.
I was like, I
Every
didn't want to
time.
pull them out of
Grease
the
'em
wash and have like 2 popcorn lines on either
What
side.
happened to your pants, bro? I say some popcorn. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Are you into those shakers for the popcorn? Do you like putting any of the seasonings on?
No, you know what? I like the good old fashioned,
for
you know,
you.
salt and some butter. I was gonna say salt and pepper, and I was, it's like, where am I?
them? Salt and pepper. I'm sure it's out there. I bet that's the flavor.
Yeah, no, I for sure, but yeah, no, I like the old regular, and I'm not like a stickler for how much butter is. It's like I'm just gonna enjoy it either way,
Good for you.
and
You get any other snacks?
no, I mean, sometimes you get the candy and stuff, but I just had a nice dinner, and I was like, I'll get
Did
some
LB
popcorn
treat you
and
to a
my
nice
drink.
date night? You
Yeah,
got a
he
steak
did. He
before
did.
and all
Yeah,
that?
we went to
That's
the
good.
keg. And
Yeah.
nice sit
bottle
down
of
meal.
wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go.
No,
good.
no, it's just enjoyment, right?
So with the whole setup that's going on there, our buddy Aaron, I like to say, for anyone named Aaron and their male, Aaron.
Yeah.
It's a fun little thing to do, like Big B, Big Aaron, if you will. Another spectacular event by the sounds of it.
Yes, exactly. And I would say everyone from Coliseum Presents and like the whole family there has been so kind to us
Yeah, dude.
every showing, and it's just awesome. We get to go see the movie and talk about it. It's like really at the end of the day, you can't ask for anything more, right?
No.
We're just enjoying our time at the movie theater. We're like, and then we come here and we're just like, we just talk about it,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, really, I have no complaints, and it's, if anything, I could talk about it for 17 hours straight about how fantastic it is.
It's really sort of like the setup we got here, where you come on the show and we just talk about all the awesome shows that we have here at the network, and you could just talk about all the ones come out, like the All Out Angst podcast is out, the One Bad podcast, the other ones coming down, including the Viewing Room.
Yes.
Now, you guys have a couple in the can here,
Mhm.
and maybe I don't like to say like you know how I am with stock questions. Tell people what this show is about, please. Like, I hate that stuff. What makes this show unique to you? That show being the viewing room. What makes this special? Because as a guy who produces it, I just love literally the fact that you guys just rip on me the entire time. It's a nice role reversal. You know what I mean? Kind of like this when we do like a producer takeover Monday. You guys sit there and anything I say, like, shut up, like, get out of here. And there's a lot of curse words, and I'm like, I guess I'm overreaching again on the old viewing room.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely when you interrupt me mid-sentence and say, talk about this, and I'm like, I have it written down right here that I want to talk about this. That
You guys are forgetting all the best parts.
No, but really what the show is about, and in my opinion, as a summary before we go really into it, is it's just passion.
Ooh,
It's
like that.
It's a lot of passion between LB and I talking about our favorite movies sometimes we haven't even seen actually, and really just diving into them. And
Well, the first couple you actually hadn't seen before. Which
yes,
is what made them so good, because it was like a fresh pair of eyeballs on there.
yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of times when I review movies, I like to see them once or twice, of course. But I like it's if you miss something, right? I like it feels a little more professional sometimes, but it is unique to go into it with for the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of just us exploring our passions with filmmaking and talking about really how great it is.
Absolutely. Can you give us a little bit of a background about that passion? Like, what got you into movies? What's your deal? Because this is like your life, man. This is what you're all about.
Yeah. So I did media school at Evan Hardy.
Mr. Gall.
When I was in grade 11.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic program, and I learned a ton. And then from there, I was like, okay, I'm definitely pursuing a career in some form of digital art. And I was like, okay, where do I go, right? So I wasn't sure if I should go get a degree, if I should go to Vancouver and go to one of the big schools, or what my path was. And then I stumbled upon Reyes. And Reyes was...
What does RAIS stand for?
Recording Arts Institute of Saskatoon. And... it was just a fantastic program. I just graduated this year.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And
dragon is soaring. It's beautiful.
yeah, I've been working on some projects and a few like more on the way. And yeah, it's very exciting, and it's been an incredible journey. So Adam's also done media school as well.
Yes, he has.
And so, we kind of met through there, and we both have this passion for cinema, which is very fancy.
There's definitely a lot of chemistry there between the two of you, which I really appreciate. As a guy on the outside looking in and watching, lots of times you throw two guys on a mic, and I'm sure you've both seen it numerous times in your, albeit short-lived careers as you're just getting started. But if you don't have that chemistry and you put two people on there, it's just like two robots.
Yeah, well, I'm happy you see it that way, because Adam and I have no chemistry whatsoever. We fake it the whole time.
Shows what I know. Boy, oh boy, at least I'm not running the place, eh? That's good. That'd be a bit of a problem.
No, Adam and I are good friends. And,
and it's fun. It's so cool to see like that. I can only hope and dream that maybe one day soon someone will see how talented you are and give you a shot at something really exciting. So hoping and praying up to all the universe and everyone else that you might get a shot.
Yeah.
Give the man a shot.
Yeah, I have a couple things right now that,
You're moving, you're shaking.
I won't.
No, we're not going anywhere. I'm just saying.
I won't talk about, but
no,
yeah,
we're not
it's
going
been,
to. I
it's
just
been
want
very fun.
to put out to the universe that this guy's working hard, and you deserve a little bit of payoff for that. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, rolling down.
Yeah. I will say I just worked on a short film last week.
Can we promo that one?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
mean,
tell me about it?
I'll talk about it a little bit. So
here we go.
It's one of the Sask Pool's, like the Sask Film Pool's first projects.
Okay, what's the Sask Film Pool?
They basically organize a ton of stuff in the Saskatchewan film industry, right? Okay. Whether it's money, projects, workshops for people coming in and wanting to learn more about filmmaking, especially for youth a lot of time.
Okay.
But yeah, we had this funding for this short film, and we used an Arri Alexa Mini, which is a very expensive camera, and we shot
Alexa Mini.
Yeah.
And what makes that? Is it like Alexa, tape movie? Is that
well,
what you do?
I didn't get the opportunity to try, but I'm sure it would work.
Is it like I thought I was just trying to be funny there, like legit? It's like Alexa.
No,
okay.
no. Sorry, I thought we were going on the bit.
The old guy gets fooled again.
No.
So this is like one of those big ass. Well, not big. I guess probably smaller is better nowadays. Right?
It's hard to say. I mean, it was probably the biggest camera I've shot on in a while, right? But it's hefty. And
What'd it feel like? What'd it feel like to hold it between your hands?
I held it once or twice for a picture, and then whenever I could help. But there was like a dedicated camera crew. But
did you actually ask, hey, can I get a picture with the camera?
well, I didn't ask for a picture.
That's baller. I'm not chirping. That's sweet.
I picked it up to hold it for the camera crew, and the producer said, "Can I get a picture of you with that?" And I was like, "All right, sure, let's do it." And I was like, "I do not want to be the one to drop this. I am not going to have that on my resume."
Check this out.
Yeah.
Did you do it like the start of Happy Gilmore and put it? And I worked on a movie set.
Yeah.
Okay. How awesome was that? And they're like, Greg, no, that's $1,000.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have been coming back.
If you haven't seen the start of Happy Gilmore, he just talks about all the different jobs he does. I was a construction worker, and then he puts a cone between his legs and all sorts of stuff. It's a really funny start to him, and one of the funniest starts to a movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. No, thanks for that image. But
Yeah.
I mean, I told LB yesterday that. I told LB that whenever the Tuesday song comes on by Leonard Skinner, and
you
the
were hooked
song
on that, man. That one day you came in, you was like, I gotta hear it, man. I gotta hear
Yeah.
Tuesday's Gone, bro.
Yeah, I think I played it 3 times before the show that day.
It's
Yeah.
a really good song.
No, but every time the show comes on and it does like the little film thing and
Yeah.
he's talking about his life as a
love
hockey
that.
player, I get
Yeah.
goosebumps. And
Growing up, I loved to play hockey. Hey, his favorite player, the Tasmanian Devil, Terry O'Reilly. Grandma was a huge Kiss fan, Gene Simmons.
well, it's actually funny that you say that because I went to the Kiss farewell tour here in the city. Yeah, and I
Painted
didn't.
your face, right? Tell me you painted your
I
face.
did. I had a little bit of the cat whiskers. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that Ace Frehley?
I believe so. Maybe?
I won't know. That's
I don't
the
know.
only one I
We're
know.
just gonna say yes.
Yeah. nailed it.
But I didn't know much about like the culture of Kiss, just like the songs, right?
Yeah.
And so when I went to the Kiss concert, what I knew from the image I had in my head was just that one shot in Happy Gilmore where Grandma comes out of the house and she's wearing the mask and like with a really long tongue. And so that's the image I burned into my brain from when I went, and when I left, it's still burned in.
That's awesome. That makes me so happy. So getting back to this camera, you're sitting there, you got your new project going, and you're taking photos with the camera between your legs like Happy Gilmore.
Mhm.
Everyone yells at you, don't do that, it's so expensive. What makes that camera so, what's it called again? The Alexa?
RE Alexa Mini, I
So
believe.
what
yeah.
makes that, let's get nerdy here real quick. Let's get white and nerdy like Weird Al
Sure.
and figure this out. So what makes that camera better than these guys that we got here?
Uh,
Besides the fact that they're movies and they're not podcasting guys.
I don't know all the specific details.
Dude.
But, well, I wasn't in the camera
You know
department,
who
right?
I bet does?
So,
LB. Oh, never mind. He's saying no. You're lucky.
no, I don't know all the details of the camera, of course, but I know that it's very good.
I picture it being like the Sword of a Thousand Truths from South Park, like this thing where it's like, oh, and everyone's just like, look at the Alexa camera. You know what I mean? Was it like that or no?
Sure.
I'm ranting again.
It was very fancy. Like I'm not sure what the specifics are, right? I didn't look into it that much. I just know that
Yeah.
it was pricey
That's the big.
and that not to be messed around with, and that yeah.
I will say, since we've all become a family here between you, me, and LB, I've learned a lot about everything, the cameras and mics and lights and all that. And whenever I picture something like this, like one of like the big time movie cameras, I get excited because I feel like, you know, to you guys, that would be like if you were a car guy, that'd be like seeing like the '69 Mustang Shelby, you know what I mean, like the unicorn, one of those things. Like if you're in it and you see it, you're like, damn, that's a camera, bro.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
For me, the Cadillac of my
There we
career, right?
Beautiful.
So
Okay, so you got the camera. What's going on with this video?
yeah. Well, I won't say too much, but it's Simon Garris' newest short film.
You got a short film like every week, dude.
Yeah, it feels like that sometimes, but
rolling.
I love it. You know.
That's your passion. That's what I mean. That's
Um,
why we built this place, is so guys like you and like him can chase their dreams. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
I don't really know how much I'm allowed to say, but
Well,
I'll
yeah,
just say that
we
I
don't
did
have to
it.
go too
But
much.
yeah,
I
no.
just want to promote. I want to promote. You know?
Exactly, and
Yeah.
maybe we could even have Simon on one time
I
and
would
talk
love
about
that. As long as you're here with me to guide it, because as you know.
Yeah.
So movies, hey Simon.
Yeah,
That'd be
exactly. That's so you've seen Happy Gilmore, right? You know that. You
know what movie's
You know when he takes the
awesome?
pylon and he just starts. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, by the way.
gas
yeah.
station attendant. He gets the gas out, starts shooting it off.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's such a good movie.
No, definitely. Like I've been shooting on like Canons and Black Magics and stuff like that,
Nice.
and they're very good cameras, of course.
There's a camera called Black Magic.
Yeah, Black Magic 4 and 6Ks is what I've been primarily operating, and so to move up to a level where you go from like a $4,000 camera to like a 20,000 was like incredible, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't obviously I wasn't the one behind the camera, so I don't know all the settings and knickknacks and stuff. But
I just love that we
was
talked about
awesome.
a camera for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Like that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
When you can do that, and you guys like you try to explain to me like the difference between like a $5,000, a $20,000, and then you guys were saying you can pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars for cameras.
Yeah, no, it gets pretty expensive,
It's
especially
nuts.
if it has like some new cameras have like built-in AI and stuff like that.
Do we have any of that here in
Uh,
Saskatchewan?
It's hard to say. I wouldn't be able to answer those questions.
Not yet. Not yet.
Soon, you know.
That's right.
And then also, you know, there's a lot of different things, whether it has like dual ISO or special things like that, depending on the aperture and all the knickknacks that go on the camera, like
Slow
our follow
down.
focus.
You're
but-
talking too sexy right now with your
Yeah.
apertures.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Yeah.
You
I'll take a stop.
You had me at Alexa camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the camera subscription based. It's the new thing that they're doing. Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about when I tell everybody how cool you guys are, and these are my proudest moments when you guys like you come on like this and you're so personable. You know what I mean? Like it's so cool that you do so much around here, but then you also come on here and then you crush it on camera too. And I think that's very rare for a lot of people that do the stuff that you do. So I always appreciate that, my friend. I just wanted to tell you that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're pretty
I appreciate
sweet, dude.
you saying that.
That's nice.
Yeah,
How
I'll
was
send you 20.
Sweet.
It's
How was your weekend? What'd you get up to? How's Ethan doing? How's
what
my
a-
dragon?
a great question. What did I do this
What
weekend?
do you do? Normally I get texts from you and checking in, and I was a little worried. I was like, I didn't get a check-in from my boy.
Yeah, well, I had a fairly decent weekend with work.
Any dates?
No dates this weekend. You know what? I had a family date. Can I tell you about
Okay.
that?
I would love to hear about it. Yes.
Saturday night, I got off work and we went and saw Twisters.
Okay.
Uh,
Here we go. I got a lot of things to say about that bull. Baloney.
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 Twisters?
Dude, Twister was a great movie. Why did we need more Twisters? Why do you gotta
Okay.
do it?
Okay, I get it. I
And
like
here we
I like
go.
the original. I
I
saw the
love
flying
this.
cows and stuff. That was
Yeah,
good.
cow. My dad still quotes that to this day. Whenever it's really windy out, he'll look around and he'll go, cow. Of course, there's not an actual cow flying, but it's like so windy that, like in the movie Twister, there's a cow flying by.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying. Because if your dad was that nonchalant at seeing a
Just a
flying cow, yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, when pigs fly. There it goes. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess we're talking.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, tell me about. I totally hijacked. I'm sorry. Twisters. so you're
No,
going
it's
with the
good.
family.
I enjoyed it. It was a great theater experience. We went at the Cineplex at the center, right?
Yeah.
Great theater.
I'm still
and-
upset with that place pushing out Rainbow. By the way, I'm a little
Yeah,
upset.
well, you know what? Like, I think the Rainbow Theater was awesome.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed going there. The Toonie Tuesdays, I mean, come on. So good.
It doesn't get any better than that. Like that's the epitome of getting kids into watching cinema. Was that $2 on a Tuesday? You take them and you go, and it was so good.
Yeah. You know, I don't know the whole story or whatever.
Yeah,
if
we
it
don't
was,
need to
like,
get into it.
outdated,
I'm
whatever,
just saying
but
I miss the
yeah.
Rainbow. That's all.
if there was a theater that they could replace it with, I do think that was. It was,
it's
it was
awesome.
awesome.
man.
It was
I
awesome.
I saw the last Star Wars there. when it
Yeah,
came out, like,
yeah,
like
I saw
Christmas
all
Eve or
them
something.
opening night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
So it's a great theater, and
Yeah.
the theater experience was
How's that
good.
popcorn? How's that popcorn?
Good,
in there?
very
Yeah?
good. I know it's good everywhere, right? But I
Did you
yeah,
get that
it's
extra
so
layer
good.
of butter? Did they hook you up?
Yeah, like for an extra $1. Yeah, I don't know.
Not like at the Roxy. Just saying.
Yeah,
Just saying.
look at the Roxy. eh?
Nope.
But no, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not like a huge Glenn Powell fan.
That is okay. So is that the main guy? That's like all of a sudden an actor? Like out of nowhere, this guy just showed up, and now people are like, that's an actor.
Yeah, I mean he definitely has some star power, but then By the time I had left the theater, I was like, I told my parents, I'm like, I'm a cowboy now. I'm gonna talk like this, and I'm gonna become a ranch hand and
Never seen a dragon in a cowboy
wear
hat before.
sunglasses inside and wink at any girl I see. and I was like,
Is that all it takes?
Yeah, this is my life now, I guess. And yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry. I was just being a cowboy. I'm a cowboy now. I apologize. That's why I was winking at you. Tip of the cap to you, my lady.
Well, I've eaten a piece of straw every hour for the last 7 days.
Like a horse.
Yeah, and it's actually done horrible things for my gut. But
can't be as bad as those packing peanuts that we love from Uncle Mike's All Natural Products. By the way, be sure to check them out. Damn20 promo code still in effect, and the packing peanuts come free.
The packing peanuts do come free. They're
they're totally edible.
Yeah.
Great workout. Uncle Brando from the CCO podcast. He did a test run, and he said he had abs by the end of that run, so it was good.
Yeah, you know what? I do think there is something to be said there.
Absolutely. I want to know more about Twisters, the sequel.
Twisters.
Did they do was it like a true sequel? Like, does it take place right after the first
No,
one?
no. I wouldn't even call... I wouldn't call it a sequel, in my opinion. I'd call it more of like a remake or like just a movie with a similar
like
kind
reimagined type of thing?
Yeah, exactly. Because it doesn't, follow the same characters and stuff. But
it's a pretty simple formula, though, hey? We got some tornadoes. What are we going to do?
yeah, and I mean, I enjoyed it. And I definitely think that, I think the main character was good. And I won't spoil any of it because it is still really fresh. But I definitely enjoyed it. Like, there was some problems with it, in my opinion, like between I'd call the male best friend and Glenn Powell. I would say, like, between the two of them, there were some things I didn't like, especially with the main female lead. It was just like, yeah.
Okay. So was he trying to drink his best buddy's Kool-Aid? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I won't get into it too much.
Wow,
but,
it must be quite the plot point if we can't even touch on it.
Well, no, I wouldn't even say that, but I just feel like, I don't know, I wasn't in love with it, of course, but the action was the CGI was cool. They do this really cool thing where there's like a fire tornado. And
Dude,
I know.
metal, hey?
That was sick.
How metal is that? LB.
I was sitting there at the theater like, oh, okay,
that.
that's pretty sick. And then there's like a baby crying like 2 rows in front of us, and I was like, you're doing well when you made the baby cry, right? And I was like,
like a fire tornado. That is.
Yeah,
those are
really
real.
cool.
Hey, those are like a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen one.
I have, not in person, of course, but
Taco
on the
Bell
internet.
bathroom.
No, that's a totally different one. Walking in Uncle Brando after the pack of peanuts.
Yeah.
He's got a fire tornado in there, boys. Do not go in there. Oh man, but those are like a real thing. So did you notice the CGI at all? Because I feel like in a movie like that, there's going to be a lot of that.
I wouldn't say I noticed it.
Interesting.
I'd say the only thing was there's a few shots that like get really grainy, and you can like see it. But other than that, like I wouldn't say I wouldn't
should
say
have used
there's
that
no
Alexa
CGI.
camera, man.
But no,
That's it.
I think like overall it was a great movie. It was really well done, and I think Glenn Powell's growing on me.
Oh man, I just remember he was in some movie that everyone was pushing. It was with the girl with the big boobs. And then she actually got bit for real life by a spider on the set. And I only know that because every time I turn this TV on here for our mixing, it always showed up for like a month straight. It was like, here's the girl in the bikini with the big boobs and this weird dude who's supposed to be like the love interest, but not. And they go to this place and it's like a wedding and she's like an ex and it's weird. Anyways, not for me.
You know a lot about this movie for it
Because
only
of the-
appearing for a split second on your TV.
Well,
It
the
was
girl with the
really
big boobs draw some
stupid.
attention sometimes. So I'm always like, I wonder what's going on there. But that dude,
Right.
he has that face where it's like, you're not a movie star. You're not bringing me to the theater, bro. Who are you? And then like the next week, the girl with the big boobs was on Saturday Night Live, and that guy came out and everyone went crazy. And I was like, who are these people? What's happening right now?
Okay, I believe you're talking about Sydney Sweeney.
That's the one. Thank you. Yes.
So maybe you should backtrack and apologize.
I apologize to Sydney Sweeney. I know she's watching. She's a huge fan. Forgiveness, please. I will say, though, that dude, yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah, but before we objectify people, maybe we should.
No, that's
just-
fair. Okay. Point being, the guy, like, out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere, all
Yeah.
of a sudden he's on SNL and everyone's cheering for him like he's Eddie Murphy doing Raw,
Yeah, no, I don't know
was weird.
the whole story, but obviously people like him enough, and he's getting the roles. And
That's it.
I think he just did Hitman that came out and it's on Netflix, and now he
Hold on, like the video game Hitman?
No,
Oh, okay.
like a
Different
movie.
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they did a movie off of the video game.
Did it?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking old again. I apologize. The game came out a long time ago. It wasn't even good. Like the whole point of the game was you were a hitman and you had to like hide in closets and then like give a guy the old 1-2. There was no real like action. Just running and gunning. Just me.
I know the Hitman game. Yeah. I
Oh,
know,
why
I
didn't
know
you
the
say
Hitman
that
game.
before you made me look like a dink?
Because I thought it was funny.
It was funny. You nailed it. As we're hanging out with my main man, the Dragon. He is from the viewing room, soon to drop in a couple of weeks, as they just went as a team to the Roxy to see Happy Gilmore last night with our friends at Coliseum Presents. Our main man, Aaron, and the team over there are always doing great things, including that cheap, delicious buttery popcorn
Yeah,
that
and
we love so much.
I should also say, if you're interested in going and watching one of these things, the next event's going to be the Wizard of Oz,
Yeah, August 9th at the Roxy.
August 9th. So if you're interested, go say hi. Tell them we sent you, maybe.
Yeah.
And
Well, you
always,
said you're starting to build like a crew, right? There's a crew that goes to these now.
yeah, no, there's cool. A lot of our friends like to go
Yeah.
and see him, and it's like it's a good environment. It's like it's
That's
hard
what I'm
not to
saying.
have awesome fun when you're at a movie with the boys, and you're just having a good time, right? And so
Yeah.
they also have these awesome draw boxes when you go, and you can sign up for like free tickets or cool coupons to places and
Love
stuff.
that.
So
Love that.
if you go, feel free go to the draw boxes and stuff and see what your movie ticket can get you, right? So,
Maximize that winning.
yeah, no, it's fantastic, and I think it's gonna be great.
That
So
is
Wizard
great.
of Oz, August 9th. That's what's coming next.
ColiseumPresents.ca is where you can check out all the info on that with our friends over there. LB, it sounds like he's got a rollout. You still good, or what you got going on? Yeah, you want to go? LB, he double booked himself. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, this was
So-
half an hour.
I told you, dude.
Wow.
This is what I'm saying. When I say you're like a different guy up here, you look calm and you have confidence, and like, you crushed that. You were an
Thanks.
amazing interview.
Thanks.
I'm not joking. That was really good.
I guess I look calm and confident when I when I am on the mic. So, what
Just
do I
like
look like
in
when I'm
real
not?
life.
Oh, there we go. There
Just
we go.
like in real life, dog.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to move LB out. He's going to go for a jog. You're going to hop in there, and then we're going to dive into a pre-tape.
Sounds good. Okay,
All
thanks
right.
so much
I
for
love
having
you
me.
so much, buddy. His name is Dragon. Yeah, dog. So I got this, as you guys transition, I can talk about this for a second. This is absolutely amazing. Sound hearing impressions. Sound hearing impressions. Our friends Cassandra and her whole team over there, they had us in, Network Ryan and I and KD from the One Bad podcast, and we got these form-fitted earpieces. Look at that. Look how cool that is. You notice a lot. I won't even put these things in unless I have to have them on for our Zooms and all that. But these guys right here, they go in and then you don't even notice they're there. They're so incredible. So to our friends, all of them, Cassandra and the team over at Sound Hearing Impressions, thank you so much for helping us out with these amazing earpieces. And it feels so good to know. Yeah, KD, by the way, if you're watching this, which he usually does, yours is in, and I can't wait for you to use it with the next recordings with Shaner on the One Bad podcast. Man, form-fitting. Very excited. These might even fit LB's narrow hearing canal. Eh? Actually, I know they would because that's what they're made for. They are made for that exact situation. So lots of fun going on there. Speaking of the great LB, he is the other half of the viewing room. And he's everything else. I believe I described it in our pre-tape that we did like right before the show here. So instead of doing the normal thing that I do, which is saying every single thing to introduce the person we're about to talk to, and then run the previously recorded segment and have all those things said again, making me look like sort of a dungus. By the way, kind of like that new world record video we have up on the YouTube channel from All-Star Softball Dusty Diamonds over on our Twitch stream. I noticed in my intro, I said how proud I was twice. So proud. And then I went and said, I'm so proud again. But without saying again after, so it was sort of wonky. But the world record still stands as our Twitch stream begins to climb the mountain of speed run records. It's very fun. Dufferin Avenue Media over on Twitch is where you can find us there as we get set for a lovely little chat with our good buddy. What has sort of become a Monday tradition around here, we have our Rider Insider. His name is LB. You know him from the viewing room. He's also head engineer. The face that runs the place. He also produces, does all that fun stuff. He even updates systems, which is fun. You're updating systems today.
Doing updates today.
Man, you are just a jack of 1,000 trades. It is so cool to see, and we're so happy to have you here each and every day. And not only that, we love that you watch the Rider games and give us a full recap.
Because I'm the only one around here.
Well, that's the thing. But we may have to start watching. They're finally doing it. They're putting the money where the mouth is, and they're winning with a backup quarterback. What's up with that? Tell us about the game, my friend.
Well, it was the Bombers, so we knew we were going to win.
Dude, I saw something on the onlines that said that the Bomber reign of terror is over. Is that true?
It totally is.
They're garbage. Are they the Riders now?
Well, I don't know. They're certainly not the Bombers that we knew. They're not doing too well this season. They started off pretty poorly, and then they won a couple games in a row, and then we broke their winning streak. So
nice. Is this like a decline in Zach Collaros? Is that?
Yeah,
what
he wasn't playing very well.
It seems like that's his thing this year.
I don't know what it is, but they're just not doing too well this year.
In the CFL, it's a lot different. I think we can all agree than, for instance, the NFL, in that you only have so big of a player pool, like a talent pool, and you can only hold on to so many guys with the turnover each and every year. And I think Winnipeg has been really, really good at figuring out how to, take advantage of that turnover and how to stay strong. Is this just maybe a case of the Bombers being like, well, I guess we don't know how to do this anymore? Or they're riding old guys?
Well, that's what it is. I mean, they've had that same core group of guys for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think that they're just starting to slow down,
I like that. Lots of riders.
Yeah.
Lots of ex-riders over there.
I know.
Go there to win cups. So it's kind of nice to see them come back to earth a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get in the game. What was it, 19-9?
19-9 final.
19-9. Man, that's defense. Defense.
We have one of the strongest defenses for sure in the West.
It's wild.
And especially for a team that has always sucked on defense.
That's what I mean. That's why it's such a surprise.
Huge turn. And that's Mace's influence because, of course, he was the defensive coordinator in Toronto until he got the head coaching job. And so, I mean, he's proven that you can win with defense.
That's an old saying. I know you're very young, but the old saying goes, defense wins championships. That's what people say. It's not as fun to watch, but you got a good defense. Yeah. Baltimore Ravens in the NFL literally went and won a Super Bowl with one of the greatest defenses of all time. They had one of the worst quarterbacks in Trent Dilfer, and they gave him they said to him, just don't turn the ball over. Yep. Like, the defense was scoring touchdowns. Yep. So like he just had to not turn the ball over, and he still did a little bit, but they won a title. So there's something definitely there. Were there any big stars on the defense for the Riders?
On the defense, well,
how's my guy Roland
Milligan? He went out with a little injury. We were a little worried, but I think he came back, so I think we're okay. We're okay. Jameer Thurman had a beautiful rip. So Nick Dembski was running potentially for a touchdown, and then he goes like left hand on the shoulder, right hand uppercut, punch right through, and then that was beautiful.
And that was a big moment too.
That was a big play. That was a turning point. That was a turning point
to flip the whole script. That was going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't score a single touchdown. They got 3 field goals. That's it. Mind you. Yeah, no, okay, because their kicker is amazing. Like Sergio Castillo is.
Castillo. I was going to say Trey Westwood.
Castillo. He attempted from 62 yards.
Get out of here.
He didn't quite make it. He made one from 61 earlier in the year, though.
Come on.
Like,
that's crazy.
Now, keep in mind, we're a little different than the NFL, though. Like, because our goalposts are at the front of the end zone, so it's not, like, actually 80 yards. Yeah. It's actually 60 yards.
It's a legit number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But still. Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Their offensive player of the game was the kicker.
Yeah.
Once again, this sounds like the Riders of old, right?
Literally. Yeah. So, no, it was Schaefer Baker, my favorite Schaefer Baker. He went out.
He's hurt now?
He's hurt.
What is going on? Did Bain return?
He was there. Good. Yeah, he's been there for a couple weeks. He just missed the one game. Is he still catching?
Yeah. Okay.
He's not been as good as that first week.
God, I fell in love with him. Just like all the other.
He's still a solid player. Schaefer Baker, though, like I said, I've said it every time. Each week, different receiver has their game. It's Bain and then Emos and then Schaefer Baker, and it just keeps switching through. And this game, first it was Schaefer Baker at slot back. Okay. And he had over 50% of the targets. I think I heard 70%, but I know for sure it was over 50% of the targets.
That's a big
in the first half.
Yeah. So he's become Patterson's favorite.
They seem to be connecting, but I don't know if it's specifically him, because then when he got injured, right in the second half, Joe came in And all of a sudden,
Joe?
A Joe.
I love that.
I kept saying a Joe's gonna go.
The catchphrases have begun.
So then he comes into slot back, and he starts getting all the targets, and he starts going off. So I don't know if it's specifically the player or the position.
Definitely,
I think it's the position.
You see that a lot, and I watch a ton of NFL football. A lot of that, man. You got those like smaller, fast dudes that line up in the slot. You get your stars on the outside and let him just do his thing, and that guy's always getting open because he's got one-on-one coverage all the time. So that's a big thing. Maybe they'll put my man Bain in there. I guess no, we want a Joe in there.
No, we want a Joe.
So would you say a Joe might have played himself into some starting time? If
I think
Schaefer Baker,
it's entirely possible.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I like that. How did Patterson look? What's going on with Shea?
He's getting better, slowly.
Dude,
I'm not a fan.
That's
how
you talk to me when I'm like, how'd I do, LB? Well, you're getting better. You're still garbage, but you're getting better. Thanks, bud.
No, I have not been a fan of Shea Patterson ever.
What is he going to have to do to win you over? He's what, 2-1 right now?
Consistent.
He's 2-1.
Yeah, but because of the defense. What did we just talk about? The defense won the game.
Yeah, so he's Trent Dilfering right now.
I think like it was. I guess we saw it especially last week with BC. Our defense did the best job that they could.
Yeah.
But when we face a really good offense, it's not enough.
Did they play again this week?
Yeah,
BC?
they played Thursday.
How did Vernon do? Did he have another 400 yards passing?
No.
Okay, good.
I can't remember. They lost though. So
now
they lost.
All right.
So you know what that means? We're not tied. We are first because BC's 5-2 and we're 5-1.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we lose the tiebreaker
because they haven't had their bye week yet.
Yeah, so. Back to first place. Wow.
We're halfway through the season and we're in first place. It's a miracle. It's a literal miracle.
Every ounce of my soul is telling me to jump on board, get into Riderville, start really digging in.
Is it in the company budget to buy you a custom Rider jersey? And then you can wear it on game days?
I don't know if we can go that far. I might wear your baseball one that you got, that old school one.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
I like it too.
That was baller. No, that's crazy. So they're looking now. What's the update? Any updates on Trevor Harris?
I think last thing I heard, Mace said he was getting better. So I think probably in the next game or two we'll see him back, hopefully.
Yeah, because when you go on the 6-game IR, you don't have to do the whole 6.
I don't think so. No, I think they just put him there to be safe.
Yeah.
I think
open up a roster spot and get another guy in.
Yeah.
Interesting. Dang. It's getting pretty close. And one thing we definitely have to talk about: the fans finally came out. As I sit here talking,
we're getting really good attendance,
dude. Was it like there was almost 30,000 people there?
Oh, just about.
Man.
So I think we're starting.
Well, winning, right? All you gotta do is win.
I don't know, but in Saskatchewan, we still, we lost for 10 years straight. And they still came out.
That's true.
They say it time and time again. We have the best fans in the league.
Not at the start of the year. Just saying. I'm just saying. They've always said, especially in the down years, like the past couple, where it's like, they're still showing up, this and that. And then when they stopped showing up, they'd say, well, you got to win. And then they started winning and they still weren't showing up. So it was good to see people are finally paying attention. As with summer being here with lots of people, I think we'd all agree it's hard to get to a game because you want to go do all the other fun stuff.
Well, and the other thing is a lot of them are in the evening. They're all like 5:30 or 7:30 games. So if you live, anything like, Saskatoon, to drive down to Regina, if the game's at 7 o'clock, the game's done at 10, you're still driving at, midnight or 1.
My neighbor, Don, the best neighbor in the world, my dude over here, he had his Rider jersey on, ready to go, and he was driving to the game.
Yeah.
He drove to the game. He said, heading to the game, Gare, I'll be back around 2 or 3 in the morning. It's like, jeez.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I can't imagine if you live in like PA or somewhere.
Yeah, those extra.
Or like, even,
you just don't drive back, I guess. You just have to get a hotel.
I guess, but that's expensive because then you spend money on the tickets, and then you got to spend $200 on a hotel, and it's like,
and then you got to eat and all that, and gas.
Yeah, gas.
Yeah, that's the big one. Man, so the Riders sitting in first place in the West, 5-1. Where are they going next? What do they got going on?
Thursday against Alouettes. This is going to be a challenge because the Alouettes are first in the East right now.
Fajardo.
No.
He's not there?
Injured.
Whoa! What happened to him?
They lost against Toronto last week. It was 2 weeks ago. Okay. Because he went out injured, like I think right around the first half. And then they had a bye week right after that, but they still weren't sure. It was a hamstring thing, but he hasn't practiced all week. So
we could be looking at a Fajardo-less Alouettes.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be pretty good. And maybe even Trevor Harris back. I
hope so.
I saw someone on again on the social medias saying, with the way Shea Patterson's playing, would you like him to stay in there instead of Trevor Harris?
No.
Taking away your dislike for Shea Patterson, strictly based on what you've seen with your eyes, nothing else.
Trevor Harris hasn't lost this
He's
season.
your guy, man. Undefeated.
They've played the same amount of games, and he hasn't lost.
I am on the same page as you. Trust me. I fully agree. That's your dude. That's your workhorse.
Mm-hmm.
That's your guy. So you bring him in. What night? Do we know?
Thursday
night. You said that.
Thursday, I don't know.
Whatever.
The 20.
The numbers don't matter. This Thursday, Riders Alouettes.
5:30.
Ooh, that's a nice early one too.
It's not even. There's one in September that's at 2:00. I think that's the one I'm gonna go to.
The only one, hey?
Yeah, it's like the only 2:00 game.
Is this one in Saskatchewan again, or is it in Montreal?
No, it's in Regina.
Geez, so they've had a bit of a run here.
I think. I never look
I shouldn't
where
ask.
it is. I never look
really
where it is.
shouldn't ask because I know you don't look.
I don't look. I just look at what time it is because I don't usually go to them. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm excited. When you do go with the greatest dad in the world.
My grandpa.
Oh, grandpa takes you.
Yeah.
I imagine your dad probably doesn't watch too much.
No, he'll watch it if it's on, but he doesn't go out of his way to watch it. I watch them all with my grandpa because
I'm the same as your dad, man.
He's a Riders fan.
I'd rather watch how to use weapon videos on YouTube. Do some training.
He's the one doing those videos.
I'm telling you, we gotta get a show in here with your dad, a straight up how to do weapons.
How to do weapons.
Doing weapons with Big B. Big B, if you're watching this, we're gonna sign you up, and he can teach me how. Because I've seen him with the weapons, man. It's awesome. Like that was my favorite part of working with your dad for so long.
He's not a serial killer.
No, he's not. He's a safe maker. He's a guy that
he does it as a training tool. He's not a.
and he does it to be safe. Let's make no mistake. It's just like learning jujitsu or taekwondo or any of that stuff.
Sure.
As long as you have your weapons on you all the time, which he never does.
No,
Ever.
he doesn't. Never.
Ever. All right. He is our rider insider. He's also our head engineer, the face that runs the place. And we just talked to your co-host of the viewing room. How's the viewing room going?
It's good. We're what are we at? 4 or 5 episodes recording now. We're going to be launching August 6th.
Ooh,
it's Tuesday.
So excited.
And then every week after that, every Tuesday.
Man, we got a rotation going now. We
gonna be
actually
fun.
have a bunch of shows. It's going to be a lot of fun. As
something for everybody. Something for everybody.
That's it. We just talked to the workers' compensation board lady, and that's what we said. She's like, "So what do you guys? What kind of shows?" Like, I don't know, like something for everyone.
Yeah. And if you can't find anything, then just
tell us, and we'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen, or you can make it happen, or
Yeah, even better. Join the team, like the kids say. This is great. All right, LB, thank you very much, buddy. I love you. Appreciate you. Great job in there. And we look forward to Friday. I guess you'll be back with another review.
Yes, by Zoom.
Of course, because you're going.
I'm going
far
on a trip.
away. That's right. Oh, that's so exciting. All right, buddy. Thank you very much.
All right, see ya.
This is one of those proud moments, man. Maybe Producer Mondays becomes a thing around here. I had a lot of fun today. A lot of fun as our main man, the viewing room, if you will, the great LB, getting us all recapped on Rider Nation and how things are looking in Riderville. So, to have that incredible conversation. Like Dragon and I were just talking, it's very rare when you can sit down for a half hour with someone and never have any moment where it's like, okay, let me think. And then LB comes in here and just crushes it. It's so cool to have our guys here. I say it all the time. These are the true characters. These are the guys that run this place. They're the heart and soul of it. And to have them on camera, front and center, just makes me so happy because they are so good and so funny. And I'm so grateful to have them around. So very cool on a Producer Monday. A lot of fun there. If you want to be a part, like LB just said, of this amazing team, we do have a place for you to go. Check this out. It's a magical land. Oh, I almost had it. It's called DufferinAv.com. Our main man, Royal Anders, he got it all set up for you, and he made it especially for you. As in someone who probably doesn't like going to websites very much and doesn't like navigating websites, he's streamlined it so incredibly well. Where all the shows are there, all of the places you need to go to get signed up to be, again, like LB said, a part of the show, have your own show contributing in any way or advertising. And those guys right there, you got some plumbing and heating issues, they got you. They're real good at it, I promise you. An amazing team over there at Nickel Plumbing and Heating. and so many more. Or you want to have a podcast, like our friends over the Past Our Bedtime podcast. So good. Hardcore and Brooksy doing their thing. It's real easy. The website is Gary approved, if you will. And how about this one? Pulse Power with Aiden. If you want to get your workout on, you want to get your life back together. If you walk around like I do all the time saying, oh, I'm getting too old for this shit, you know, Murtaugh, I call it, from Lethal Weapon. If you're doing that, guess what? She'll get you in shape and back up and running. All about maximizing all of those muscles and getting your core together so you don't hurt every time you walk. Aquaman Limited, our good buddies over there. Water sampling and monitoring, underwater drone inspections. They have so much going on in Alberta and in Saskatchewan. Come join our team. We've got a lot of swag. We've got a lot of stuff to show off, and we would love to show you off. Didn't have finishing. Not just an incredible galaxy from the song Cygnus X1 by Rush. Also, the place that built this place. Shout out to the Tooth Booth as well. As we got a lot of incredible sponsors and advertisers with us, and we continue to grow. So feel free to hit us up, and we will have all of the fun. As I got my brand new earpieces, the first show with the new earpiece that I don't even notice in there. With the old one, you notice all the time. I'm always like, it's in there, and you're like, oh, this is the worst. This thing, don't even know it's there. I guarantee you, I'm going to walk out of here, and this thing will still be in my ear, and because I'll forget it, and then I'll be like, oh, yeah. That's how awesome they do over at Sound Hearing Impressions. Again, thank you to our friend Cassandra and the entire team over there. We know they watch the show. We love you guys. Thank you for your support and for your incredible hearing pieces. Unbelievable. Like it feels weird because I can hear, but it feels like there's no piece in there. And now we're going to give it the true test as we get set to roll out Frankie's fingers. I was on the group chat with my friend Amory, the main man, the Abyss, as we were doing some recording in the recording booth we got here, recently finished. And boy, oh boy, called the Death Star, man. That Death Star, fully operational. It's so much fun. And we told Von Trask from 911 Turbo, the same guy who did the Your Show theme song and the video. And we told him he's fully operational, so we're going to get him in here, and he's going to get us all set up as we begin to produce and create music here at the Dufferin Avenue Media Network as well, which is going to be very, very fun. So Von Trask, all the love to him, and thank you to him for always being so much fun. I forgot what I was going to say about him. I was going somewhere there, and I got all excited. Sorry, Von Trask. But we do love you, and we are looking very forward to getting that music party going. Oh, yeah, I was going to say his grandpa. That's what I was talking about. This is 94-year-old grandpa just sitting down on the piano and going. And it's become a staple right there with the Maggie Can on the live Monday to Friday, Your Show, all the time. Having a lot of fun with all of these incredible things. Thank you to our guests today on a Producer Monday. Kicked it off with my main man, Dragon, talking about Happy Gilmore last night with our friends at ColiseumPresents.ca. He says he ate every single kernel of the popcorn there and loved every single bit of it. All that extra butter for free? How is that even possible? And he kept his pants clean, no stains, no butter stains on there, which we're very proud of. So thank you to you as always. What an incredible conversation we had. Then LB coming in and recapping. Start calling him Nyeballs Jr. maybe. He's basically like a younger, handsomer Jamie Nye from the Green Zone. I wonder if Nyeballs likes that. I'm sure he does. Nyeballs is a very handsome guy as well. So to both of the producers, thank you for an amazing show today. Tomorrow we got a lot of crazy stuff going on. Okay? So we will get into that. We're doing some new show recording. We'll also have, I think Uncle Mike's going to check in on Zoom as it is Tuesdays with the boys. So that means we'll have Matt from all the bands along with Uncle Mike here. And maybe a special guest or two as well. I'm not sure how it's all going to ride out. But we will get that figured out. Have a great rest of your Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.